past few years, you could barely attend a conference without the issue of the woeful lack of women in aerospace being a major agenda item. But there's a chicken and egg problem. Are women being discriminated against in selection, or are there just not enough people interested in the STEM-based careers? Well, rather than just talking about the issue, Collins Aerospace has been looking at the root of the problem and taking action. The company has been developing its Introduce a Girl to Engineering. It's been doing it for the past 2 decades, and even a global pandemic couldn't dampen their enthusiasm for the event. Now, we're joined now by Katy Cody, the head of corporate social responsibility for Collins Aerospace. So Katy, welcome, and tell us about the initiative.
Yeah, so we've been doing Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day for 20 years. And it's really about exposing girls who wouldn't otherwise get the exposure to engineers and women that are inspiring at work. We bring them in, we show them all the cool products that we work on. We show them what it means to be an engineer and all the opportunities that exist. And we really hope to bring them into the field. There's really only 13% of engineers are women right now, and that's not good enough. So we've got to bring their innovation and their excitement and hope to get even more women to work at Collins.
So what sort of age group are the girls that you get involved?
So we typically aim for middle school, but it's usually middle school or high school. And again, we try and reach out to the girls that wouldn't otherwise get this experience. So we'll reach out to some disadvantaged schools or some community organizations. So it's not a take your kid to work day. It's really about exposing those who wouldn't otherwise get the opportunity.
So what difference does it make actually bringing the girls into a work environment rather than just going into a school and a class of girls and saying, hey, engineering is great?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a lot of the girls don't even know what engineers are. They don't know what they do. If by coming into our facilities or this year doing it virtually and showing them all the different cool products that we work on and the opportunities, they get to see firsthand what it would be like to experience that and the innovation that they could create new things, and they could work on products that go out into space or that are on aircraft or save people's lives, like our ejection seats. And it's really these innovative, amazing products that in most cases are in their backyards. They don't have to go far to have these amazing careers. And these women are excited. The women that work for us are really passionate about this and about helping the next generation come up and be innovators as well.
So when it works, it's the women in the workplace already that are the obvious role models.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Well, it all sounds great, but Collins is now a genuinely global company. How does that translate when you push that out to other Collins places around the world? Did they pick up the initiative as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this year we had 57 different sites participate in 13 different countries. Some of our biggest events were in Europe. We had UK, Poland, France, Italy participate this year. We had India, we had Singapore, the Philippines. So it's really a global initiative and something that we find resonates really well across the world.
So for the workplace itself and for the company, you're talking about the introduction really of diversity and everything in employment. What's the benefit of that to a business like Collins?
It's a great question. So the research shows that when workplaces have diversity, they're better innovators, they make more money, they have more successful ideas. It's really about bringing those different perspectives and the different ideas, and it makes the entire environment better for everyone.
It's fantastic. But as you say, it's been running for 20 years. So presumably you should have had some of those girls who were first involved to now be actually working.
We do, yes, we do. We have several of the girls that started this program back in middle school, and now they work for us. And so many of those women are now passing it on and are volunteering at these events and showing girls that it really can happen, and they can go to these events in middle school and come up and work for Collins.
And so virtual this year, I mean, that must have been tougher because it's not the same as feel this, touch that, move it. And so next year, presumably, it's going to be back to genuinely coming into the workplace.
Yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But we tried to make it as creative as possible this year, and we did some really amazing things. We brought the Time Kid of the Year, Gitanjali Rao, is a 15-year-old innovator and engineer, and she came in and did a live innovation workshop with the girls. We had our astronaut, Joan Higginbotham, who works for Collins. She also did a Q&A with a student and talked about what it's like to go into space. We did some live product demonstrations, and we still had activities that the girls could do from home. So we really tried to keep it as engaging as possible. But yes, fingers crossed, hopefully we will be back in the buildings next year.
Brilliant, Katie. Well, thanks for joining us, and it really is a sensational program. Keep up that great work.
Thank you for having me.
So there you are. If you can get girls to see it, to get hands-on, and to meet role models, maybe we will inspire more to join in the fun. Thanks for watching.